Hello and welcome to our channel. I'm Tanita
And I'm Ike.
and we are the Smiths Hustle. Today we're going to be talking about why we only rent to Section 8. We get a lot of comments and questions about why we don't rent to market renters, why we only rent to Section 8, so stay tuned. So today we're going to be talking about why we only rent to Section 8 tenants, why we love our Section 8 tenants so much, and why they love us so much, and why we turn down market renters.
Turn them down.
Why we turn them down and we choose to rent only to Section 8. So this is Smith's home, and we only rent to Section 8. So today we're going to kind of talk about that. So this is the number one reason. And this is the honest to God truth. So we have rented before to market renters a couple of occasions, and they honestly were our worst tenants, believe it or not. Right?
Hell yeah.
They were the ones that we had to evict, believe it or not.
Not the ones on Section 8.
So we screened them very well. Application process, we did everything that we do with our Section 8 tenants.
Had the good jobs.
The good jobs. Worked more than one job.
Yeah.
But they didn't pay their bills. I mean, I don't know if they no longer cared about their credit or what the situation was for those people. However, it was like strike one, strike two, strike three. That's it. Because we had other tenants at the time, and we have Section 8 tenants that continue to renew their lease and that we don't have issues with. So for us, 3 strikes, you're out. We use the 3 strikes, you're out rule.
She used the 3 strike, you out rule. I used the 1 strike and you out rule.
Well,
that's the nice Smith. This the Smith that don't give a fuck. I'm putting your ass out.
So down the line, we may or may not, I don't know, he may change his mind years down the line, or when we get to a point where we're actually using a property manager so somebody else can deal with the hassles. But for right now, what works for us is Section 8 only. And for those who don't know what Section 8 is, and it may be called something else in other cities and states, it is a government subsidized housing program. So people who meet certain income criteria, they qualify for assistance with housing. And so in most cases, and it's not all cases because we have met men who have Section 8, but in most cases, it's usually women who are on Section 8 and maybe they're receiving government assistance, food stamps, things like that. But Section 8 is the best pay out there right now for us. We get our money on time.
Absolutely, on time. But then again, you got to think, most of my tenants, they work, so they still have to pay a portion of their rent. Some of them pay a nice little portion of their rent. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, it's a landlord tenant relationship that we have, and they always pay on time. Sometimes they pay before Section 8. You know what I'm saying? So that's a blessing that we have. So when people always saying, well, why you only use Section 8? Why you don't do market rate rent? You know what I'm saying? Because they turn your stuff up. I ain't had that problem. You know what I'm saying? If you having that problem, if you a landlord and you have a problem, that's a problem on you. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? We don't have that problem because we have a good rapport. We have a good relationship. They respect me. I respect them. They respect my office as a whole. The girls in there and, everybody, they respect everybody as a whole. So we don't have no problems with our Section 8 tenants. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that we haven't. You know what I'm saying? I think out of all of them, maybe one, but it was just because she was a little slow, but
usually we nip it in the bud right away.
Yeah.
And because we have good communication, which is key when you're dealing with Section 8 tenants, you cannot assume, because a lot of them, they're really young, and a lot of times maybe this is their first time
exactly
in their own apartment. So you're almost like parents to them.
Yeah, you kind of like they kind of like your kids. You know what I'm saying? You know how people say your kids are what you pour into them. So you know what I'm saying? We pour into them. You know what I'm saying? We got them. Let them know that, look, hey, don't bullshit me. I won't bullshit you. Let's stick to this. Let's do this. Let's work for each other. Let's help each other. They feel like, hey, we gonna call Smith Homes and let them know, okay, today I'm having this problem, but they rent ain't due till 3 weeks later. But they gonna call you and let you
Call
know.
us.
You know, they gonna call and let you know.
Issue.
And it really ain't no issue. Go, cause they go, okay, I tell you what, I'm gonna waive that late fee. But if it ain't what day you say, on that day, make sure you have it on that day, because that way you want to keep them comfortable, because you don't want them to get behind in their rent,
right.
And then they get behind and they can't catch up. Come on now. You know what I'm saying? But that's another part of like a video that we did before a couple of days ago, talking about how when you own your own property, you really ain't got that pressure because you owe a house note. So now you're putting pressure on them because you got this mortgage to pay.
Mm-hmm. The other thing, another reason why I think Section 8 tenants make for really good tenants, because most of these programs, it's not easy to get on these programs. And a lot of times it could take them a year, it could take them years before they're ever approved. So once they're approved, they appreciate that voucher. And so a lot of them, they're not going to break rules or do anything that's going to cause them to jeopardize that voucher, because that's their home, that's the roof over their head for them and their children. So whereas with a market renter, they could skip out on you, get evicted, and then, go try to find somebody else that'll rent to them.
And Section 8 always drop that money right on time. I mean, they drop that
direct deposit.
Direct deposit. They drop it at the ain't no thought about you getting your money, or did they lose their job this week? And that's another thing. I just thought about it. When they lose their job, Section 8 gonna back them up. So just think, if they lose their job, the only thing they have to do is contact their caseworker and say, well, ma'am, I lost my job. And she gonna say, well, baby, don't worry about it. Get you another one. We gonna take her to Smith Homes. We gonna pay your full rent. I'm gonna drop them a letter in the mail and let them know that we're responsible for that full rent.
And while we're at it, we're gonna give you a utility subsidy as well to help you with your utilities.
But we're gonna talk about them people that pay straight rent. Oh, man, I've been working on my job. I've been there 30 years. I got all this in yard. My check is boop, 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 out the woo-zoo. Boy, I'm making good money. I can give you a rent for the whole year if possible. No, you don't want to give me money the whole year, because guess what? What you going to do the next year that you can't pay me next year for the whole year? But, the thing is, they come in and the wife, the husband, they working 2 or 3 jobs. And they can't even pay their rent. They can't even keep up with their rent. They can't even pay their bills. You know what I'm saying? But everybody always come down on me, mad at me, because I don't deal with them and I only deal with Section 8. You know what I'm saying? Or they try to tell you, whatever they just going to turn your property up. No, they not.
We haven't had that. We have not had the issue.
Y'all need to cut it out.
It's been how many years
now? Pay
your
bills. You got them Section 8 girls whooping y'all ass and paying their bills.
How many years it's been now? About 6?
Yeah.
About 6 years now, and we have not had that issue. Another thing that we do as good landlords is we also have someone to come and cut their grass every 2 weeks. So that's another burden that's off of them. It's another way of showing pride in the property, and so it helps them to take ownership and pride. And so, and again, they don't have that expense.
No, they don't have that expense, because there's something else they can take their kids to McDonald's or something with. You know what I'm saying? Or only thing I ask is, look, it's gonna make the property look good. I like them to treat it like they own it, but I know I'm still the owner, so I still want to ride down the street and see this property looking good. And so I, keep the property up, help them out a little bit, keep the property up. They want to pay that, like I said, they can go get their kids some McDonald's or White Castles or some Chuck E. Cheese or.
But so that sums it up as to why we love our Section 8 tenants and our Section 8 tenants love us. So again, if you have any questions, comments, you want to leave them down in the comments. We answer every single comment. But please, please, please make sure you
like and subscribe
and share
and hit that bell, and stop being mad at me because I don't want to take y'all money and I like Section 8. Damn.
See you guys on the next video. Thanks for watching.